research, he told me, the hot item is antidepressants. Because 1 out of 5 Americans is clinically depressed. 1 out of 5. And chinta. They're always in anxiety. Because they're thinking that the body is the self. I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm white, I'm black, I'm young, I'm old. I'm Jones, I'm Smith, I'm this, I'm that. And they're trying to be happy in a world where happiness is not to be found. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. The material world is certified by Lord Krishna as being dukkhalayam, a place of suffering. And ashashvata, a place where everything's temporary. Even if I think, no, it's not a dukkhalayam, it's sukhalayam. But then ashashvata. Even if I think it's sukhalayam, I can't stay here. And then what is the use? So everyone is in anxiety. You can see it on people's faces. America's the richest country in the world, maybe. Anything you want, you click and it's on your desk the next day. But you see their faces, they're happy. So much anxiety, so much aggression, so much tension, so much grief. And they have everything. And still they're in so much chinta, anxiety. Aparameya, so much that it can't even be measured. You can't even measure it. Chintama padape. Until when? Pralyantam. Till the end of their lives, they're in anxiety. Why? Kamopabhoga paramo. What is their idea of the goal of life? What is the highest achievement in life? You ask them. Sense gratification. Kama, sex life, or sense enjoyment, upabhoga, and gratifying the tongue, gratifying the ears, gratifying the eyes, gratifying the sense of touch, gratifying all the senses. This is their business. Because they think this is everything. What higher goal in life is there? I'll go to a movie, I'll enjoy this, I'll enjoy that, I'll go to a sports event, then I'll go to a nightclub, then I'll go to here, I'll go there, I'll enjoy pizza, I'll enjoy Big Mac, I'll enjoy this, I'll enjoy that. It's all for me. I was staying at a friend's house one time. They had their high school yearbook. I think it was high school. And in the yearbook, one feature was the students were putting their, what they wanted to achieve in life. Maybe it was high school, actually. What they wanted to achieve in life. So one kid writes, I want to have my own car, my own garage and fix cars. And another, I want to meet Mr. Right and have a lot of kids. And another writes, I want to do this and I want to do, and it's all, what is it? I want to enjoy. This way, that way, this way, that way, let me enjoy. This is the business in life. You ask people, what is your goal in life? And they'll say something, if they're like, sort of with it, they'll say something like, to be the most I can be. Baba, the most what? What does that mean? To be the most I can be. Most what? If you scratch a little more, to enjoy my senses, to make a lot of money, to have a big house, to have a Tesla, to have a this, to have a that. Zoom, zoom. If I have all of these things, then. And when they get older, then they want to have good sex. Good college means sex life. Some combination, scholarship and sex. Business of college. Learn something and have sex. So, kama upabhoga. Let us enjoy. If I get a good career, I'll make good money, and then with good money, I'll enjoy. And our 4 standard principles of advancement: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Follow some religious principles by which to prosper. And when I have prosperity, I can satisfy my desires. And later I'll get liberation. But why dharma? I'll get money without following dharma. Why should I follow any dharma? I'll get money this way, that way. And then when I get money, then sense gratification. Kama. And in Shastra it's there. Kama is not only allowed, Krishna says, dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamosmi. Bharatarsha. I am kama, which is not dharma viruddha, which is not contrary to the principles of dharma. That means sex life within marriage and for having good children, not simply for recreation. But putrarte, for getting good children, then Krishna says that kind of sex represents me. So kama is not excluded, artha is not excluded. But they make it the whole business, how to get money, how to enjoy sense gratification, and that also without any regulating. Why should we get married? What is the need? We can have sex without getting married. Why should we get married? Now, used to be, the man and woman would get married, they bring the daughter to the husband's home. Now they live together. Then maybe, if they like, after some time, they may get married. There's no question of dharma. This is pashu dharma, the business of cats and dogs. The cats and dogs, it's no question of any religious principles. I like you, you like me, that's all. That's all. So the human beings, they come to that point. Right? Let us enjoy. Because there's no dharma. They're not trained in dharma. They don't know what is dharma. Simply they know sense gratification. Sit in front of the television and enjoy. Play video games and enjoy. Do this and have sex and enjoy this. Enjoy. And that's their whole life, how to enjoy. Parama, this is the highest thing we know, to enjoy our senses. Pralayantam, to the end of life. Prabhupada mentioned that he saw in Paris that they have these clubs for, like nightclubs. And he saw that old men, in their 70s, 80s, they're going to the nightclub. Or the clubs where you can see naked women dancing and other. What will they enjoy? 70 years old, 80 years old, and still they're agitating their minds for sense gratification. And what is the result? Chinta, anxiety only. because I want to enjoy, but the machinery is not capable. So then they're in anxiety. Oh, I'm getting old, and my hair is falling out, and my hair is turning gray. So many anxieties. And they go to their doctors, Viagra, this, that. Chinta, anxiety. Kamo pabhoga parama etavad iti nishchita. Nishchita means to ascertain. This is what they ascertain to be the highest goal of life. Let us enjoy. And nature set up in such a way that they can't increase their enjoyment. A certain amount of enjoyment comes, a certain amount of suffering comes, inevitably by nature's arrangement. No one stands in line for misery, and yet misery comes. And they're not trained how to make a solution to these problems of life. Real problems are janma mrityu jara vyadhi, birth, death, old age, disease. They have no solution, so they just accept, well, that's life. But they don't like it. And when death comes, they're trying this way and that way to escape. Some statistic is there how, the lion's share of the medical bills are spent in the last couple of years trying to escape. We don't want to die. And they must die. Must die, must get old, must get disease. But they have no knowledge that there's no question of dying. Jayate mriyate va kadacha. Nayam bhutva bhavita va nabhu. Jo nitya shashvatoyam puna. Nahangite angyamane shirire. For the Atma, there's no birth, there's no death. It's always existing. But they don't think of that all-existing self. They think of this self, the mind, the body. This is everything. And how to make the body comfortable, how to provide sense gratification. Kamo pabhoga parama etava. And this is as far as they go. So this is a misdirected civilization, demonic civilization. A civilization where there's no higher purpose than to make the senses happy is a demonic civilization. Chinta, and it's civilization where everyone will be in anxiety. So Krishna consciousness means Vaidhi Sampana, to come to the divine qualities. Tamasi Maha Jyotir, to come to the point of spiritual realization. Tato Brahma Jigyasa. Human life is meant for spiritual realization, not to gratify the senses. Kamasya nendriya pritir labho jiveta yadata jivasya tattva jigyasa narto yaschaya pranabhi. Human being is meant for spiritual realization. Otherwise, what is the use of the human life? Sense gratification the dog can have, the pig can have, the bird can have. Then why do we need a human life? If all I want to do is gratify my tongue, gratify my belly, gratify the senses, any pig can do that. But they become sophisticated pigs, and they think they're human beings. The Vedic term is dvipadapashu. Yes, you're an animal, but you're a two-legged animal. The rest are four-legged animal, you're a two-legged animal. So that's your credit. You're still an animal, but you're a two-legged animal. Oh, very good. I'm advanced. They're making advancement in so many fields. But the advancement is how to advance sense gratification. Now we can enjoy it digitally, we can enjoy it this way, that way. Parabhavastava bhoga jata. Yavana jigyasa tattva. As long as they don't inquire about spiritual realization, and life is a failure. Grand failure. Failure with a lot of money, failure with a big house, failure with so many great accomplishments, but failure. Doesn't matter, I may be Napoleon, or I may be Hitler, or I may be anyone. But without spiritual realization, my life is a failure. Oh, I'm earning $80,000 a year. No, you're a failure. Oh, but I've got such a nice wife, such a nice family. No, you're a failure. Big house. No, you're a failure. I've started 3 companies. No, you're a failure. Anyone who doesn't inquire about spiritual realization is a failure. However much he may think he's a success, he's a failure, and his success will all be wiped out. Death means mrityu sarva harasjaham. Everything will be taken away. That means failure. So the human Krishna consciousness movement is meant for those, to give people the opportunity for actual purpose and success in life. Without Krishna consciousness, failure. And with Krishna consciousness, their life can be sublime. They can realize their spiritual nature and finally realize who is Krishna, what is my relationship with Krishna, what is actually Dharma. That they can do. So where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it very easy, just chant Hare Krishna, take prasad, hear a little philosophy, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, then life will be sublime. So that's our choice. Shastra Vidhi. Those who give up the Shastra Vidhi will not be happy. Nasa siddhim abhavnoti nasukham naparamyate. They won't be happy. They won't be perfect. Nasukham, they'll not be happy. Naparam gatim, they'll not go back to Godhead. Tasmat shastra pramamate karya karya vastu. Therefore we should know what is to be done and what is not to be done by following the directions of Krishna. That will make our life a success. All right, are there some questions?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. So, Maharaj, what you mentioned about the demonic, it seems like most of civilization today fall within that.
Yes.
Most.
Practically all.
Yeah. At least 95% of the world, you could say.
The leaders, especially in Kali Yuga, the leading men are asuras. The leading men are asuras.
So how can we get out of that?
Chant Hare Krishna.
Policy.
You chant Hare Krishna, be Krishna conscious, then all around you there may be nonsense, but you don't have to be nonsense. You can be Krishna conscious. No, please, no photos now. This is the time for hearing, not shooting.
Anyone else have any? Yes, sir.
Very divine lecture, Maharaj. I have a question. Do you think that schools should introduce some religious classes about this Bhakti and Krishna conscious, at least an introduction in the schools? Nowadays, kids have no awareness of what is our religion is. They're all over. They're distracted, and like as you said, they're more concentrated in satisfying their all these other things that you mentioned.
Religious classes in the schools, you can try to. Really, the schools are rubbish. That's the first problem. They're all rubbish. Real school means brahmachari gurukule vasantanta guruhita. That they're trained as brahmacharis, how to control the mind, how to control the senses, how to become devotees of the bona fide Guru and Krishna. That's actual education. Adhyatma vidya vijnana. Real education means spiritual education. So there's getting so-called education, how to read, how to write, that's very good. But along with that, they get all rubbish. A rubbish way of life. Their activities are all just nonsense. And meat eating and so many nasty things. They're just speaking, young students, how to eat meat, how to play video games, how to waste time. But what is the use? That's not school, actually. That's rubbish. But Prahlad Maharaj went to such a school, and he made all his students devotees. That was very good. Best thing is not to send the students to these rubbish schools. Best thing. Either we should have our own schools or homeschooling. That one devotee is there, Arudha Devi Das. You can get her book, Homeschooling Krishna's Children. Excellent book. Her two sons were both homeschooled. They're both professors, both graduates of Oxford University. Better education. Otherwise, all right, if you send them, then you have to deal with it.
Even within the families, like they have no awareness. Kids do not know who is Krishna is, who Rama is, and then somebody says we're gonna only worship Shiva.
They know who Mickey Mouse is. Even what Krishna, Rama, Shiva. They don't know any of them. They know Mickey Mouse. They know Harry Potter. In previous days, every day they would hear something, Mahabharata, Ramayana. Even the village kids, they'd know all about Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Hanuman, Ravan. They'd know Mahabharata. Now they know Harry Potter. They know Mickey Mouse. What do they know? All rubbish.
Right. What I see a confusion.
And the parents also are confused. They're living in their nice little homes, also watching the television, Star TV, and in every room, everyone has his own television. So this is family life. I'm in my room watching my television. You're in your room watching your television. I'm in my room playing video games. You're in your room playing video games. And this is family life. All rubbish. Real family life means ashram. Grahastha ashram. Ashram means a place of spiritual culture. Spiritual culture means chanting Hare Krishna, worshipping the deity, worshipping Tulsi, having kirtan, hearing something, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, offering bhog, honoring prasadam. That's family life.
Even within the family, people think, oh, she's acting weird. She's behaving like that. So feel like that. It's a dissection.
Yeah. She's chanting Hare Krishna. That's weird. What can be done? This is all. But we want to come to America and make good money, and then we come to America and we lose all our culture. And then we think, this, that. But we came. No one pushed us. So then we come and we become the new crows. Prabhupada explained, like anywhere in India, especially the villages, they'll take their meals on the leaf plate. Then you throw the leaf plate, and the crows come. And they pick and eat. So they're the crows. And then after picking, feeding, then they fly away. And then some new crows come. Maybe there's something still here.
Left.
So the Americans are the old crows, and now the Indians become the new crows. The same thing that we've already found. We've already done it, and we've found that it's frustrating, disappointing, pointless. So now the Indians come. Oh, let us enjoy. But then we lose culture quickly. After one generation, 2 generations, no one knows anything. It's just a toilet paper civilization. American life, just a toilet paper civilization.
How far does scriptural knowledge help one?
Hmm?
How far does scriptural knowledge of scriptures
Helps you all the way. If we don't know scripture, we don't know anything. I have a PhD in economic, MBA, a PhD in economics, computer engineering, this, that, but I don't know who I am. I don't know what the purpose of life is. I haven't a clue about how to achieve it. I'm trying to gratify my senses by and this way, that way, the other way. Any means, moral, immoral, just let us enjoy. And then I'm getting the sinful reactions, consequences. We just where was Austin? Very nice American boy who came to visit us. You could see he had good dress and intelligent. You could see by his face he was intelligent, a good family, and totally confused. Taking every kind of drug. I didn't even ask him for the list, but he said, so many. And he's in a drug rehab program. He's trying to get free from drugs, but not psychedelic drugs because they're good. And totally confused. Like I'm talking like a madman. And he's not, unique. Maybe a little extreme case. But so many, you talk to them, they're confused. When I was growing up, the marijuana was, for some section. Now it's like everywhere standard. But what's so terrible, those who don't take marijuana drink. So the same thing, this drinking means degradation. Drinking, smoking, drugs. But because they have no higher purpose in life. The highest thing is sense gratification. Oh, try this, try that, try this, try that. Have you tried cocaine? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? No, I haven't tried it. Well, you should try it. Have you had sex this way? Have you had sex that way? Have you had sex this way? All English. Because they have no Shastra. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasra. The asuras, those non-devotees, they have no idea what is to be done, what is not to be done. Do anything. If it'll gratify my senses, let me do it. And the leaders of the world, they're the leaders of the pigs. The same thing, let me do it, whatever. If I can declare a war and increase sense gratification, increase my power, increase my popularity, increase my wealth, let me do it. Is it sinful? Is it pious? That we don't consider. Just will I profit? But there's no Shastra. The Shastra is just, if it feels good, do it. That's their Shastra. And, variations on that theme. Okay, not just me, but my family should be happy. My country should be happy at the expense of your country. They don't have that vision. Panditas Samadarshana, to see all living entities equally. Big factories killing millions of animals. And the next generation, there's no Shastra. Why should I not? What's wrong with McDonald's? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? There's no Shastra. So then what do I go by? By whatever my senses are attracted to. They get so confused. Am I a man? Am I a woman? Have you tried, fill in the blank. Have you tried being a man? Have you tried being a woman? Have you tried being both? Have you tried being one but dressing like the other? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Do they become happy? No. There's no Shastra. One doesn't become nasasiddhim avapnoti, nasukam na parangati. Krishna says if you give up Shastra, this is what you get. Nasasiddhim. Your life will not be perfect. You may think, I'm perfect, I'm powerful, I'm happy. No. Your life will be a failure. Nasasiddhim avapnoti, nasukam. And why are you doing it? For happiness, but you won't get happiness either. They're trying, let me do this, let me do that. And they make themselves more miserable. Nasukam. Not that because I'm willing to do anything, I become happy. No, I become more miserable also. And you see it on their faces. Na paramgatim. And they certainly don't achieve paramgatim. Their idea is parama, sense gratification. But paramgatim means to go back to Godhead, to revive my eternal relationship with Krishna, to get out of birth and paramgatim. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Pada Sada Pashanti Sura. But they can't achieve that. Then what do they achieve? Mrityu Samsara Vartane. Birth and death. Giving up Shastra, therefore Tasmad Shastra Pramana, Krishna says. Should know what to do and what not to do by Shastra. So if they don't know Shastra, they don't know anything. They remain fools. They may have Harvard degree, they may have so many, maybe great professors, this, that, but they're dogs. There's no Shastra. Shastra means discipline. From Shastatu. Shas means discipline. They have no discipline. So who has no discipline? The cat and dog has no discipline. You don't put a street light for the cats and dogs. All right, now you go, now you stop, because they're cats and dogs. You don't tell them, you can't have sex with this one, you can't have sex with this. As they like, because they're cats and dogs. So without Shastra, you get cats and dogs. They may be American cats and dogs, they may be Indian cat and dog, but they'll be cats and dogs. But why are we wasting their time teaching Bhagavad Gita and some old mythology? No. This is actual knowledge. Without this, they'll be cats and dogs. That answer? And miserable. You see so many young people, they're miserable. They're not even good for material life. I was I've told that I was hearing from, we have one devotee, I think either he was a general in the Croatian army or he's someone close to him is general, and the general is in charge of, that general is in charge of recruitment, new soldiers. And he said these kids, all the kids who are playing video games, said they're useless for the military. They're useless for, all day long they're like, they're playing commando, they're shooting this one, they're shooting that one, they're fighting terrorists, all that. They're useless for the military.
In the military.
They can't focus their minds. You can put them behind a video console and they'll save the world from the aliens. But you put them on a battlefield, they can't do anything. You make him president, he'll go chasing after his secretary. Because he's a dog. You throw a bone, it doesn't matter how nicely the dog is dressed, he'll chase after it. You know the story of the jackal that became blue? You know the story? There was a jackal, and somehow you know how these animals get near some house or something. He fell into a paint can, blue. So now he's blue. So then he goes into the forest, and all the animals like, what are you? So he told them, I'm God.
Oh, that's good. Very nice.
So all the animals were respecting him.
Sure.
But then one day there was some jackals out in the forest, and they began howling. And so the blue jackal, he's a jackal after all, he's howling back. And then all the other animals caught on, he's a jackal.
Not God.
So they're claiming to be great leaders, presidents, incarnations of God. They're all jackals.
Maharaj, now we see that they're making robots to do everything.
They themselves are robots. The robot has no brain of his own, they also have no brain of their own. So I manipulate it as a robot. You press the button and you run the program, and then I clean the floor or I do whatever it is. So robot. But the human beings, they also become robots. You give me some money and then you tell me do this. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Because otherwise the robot will be thrown in the trash. No job, go to the trash bin. So that I'm busy acting like a robot. Or from another point of view, the modes of material nature. Prakrite kriya manani gunai karmani sarvash. Ankara vimudhatma kartahamiti. I think I'm doing everything, but I'm being pushed and pulled by the modes of material nature. Prakriti sthani karshati. I'm being forced to act according to the modes of nature that I've acquired. I come under the illusory energy, and then I become a robot of the material energy.
Maharaj, they have introduced a new system which they call medical marijuana. And you find 50-60% of the people. Medical
marijuana. Marijuana has some medicinal properties. most plants have some medicinal property. You just don't know what it is. The marijuana, we'll find after some time, the research will show it has some medical properties. But the thing that's medicine, they take as recreation. And then medical marijuana. But after it's medical, then it's also recreational, then it's everything.
Well, they've been using it for chronic pain syndromes. Like
Even liquor. Yeah. Alcohol has some medical properties.
Right.
It's even, if you, like you see in the movies, somebody's like totally, he's been shot and this and that, they give him a heavy shot of whiskey. There's a little
boost.
So it's, that's medical. Those who are anesthesiologists, if there are any here, it's kind of anesthesia.
The problem here is.
But we don't take it, but we don't take Johnny Walker medical. It's simply sense gratification. So medical marijuana, medical this, medical that. But your medical anything doesn't solve the problem. Problems are birth, death, old age, and disease. Your medical marijuana won't cure that.
To prolong life. To prolong life.
That also it can't do. They can shorten their life. That they know how to do.
The problem here is, even though it's prescribed for chronic syndromes, cancer patients, the kids are getting hold of those medications.
Forget medication. Medical, they're making it legal just because everybody's taking it. But before it was illegal, and everybody was taking it anyway.
Yeah.
Cocaine's not legal, and everyone's taking it.
In Canada, it is legal.
Cocaine's legal. So, legal, not legal, they don't care. Just like from a moral point of view, unmarried people having sex, that's illegal. They don't care. Legal will be illegal. We like it, that's all.
And tranquilizers are becoming.
Try this drug, that drug, this. Everything's a drug. They're already intoxicated by the illusory energy. And they go to school and learn how to get more intoxicated. And it's not such a, for parents it's not so easy that we just, we just live our happy little life and we send our kids to school and everything's fine. No. It's hard. I sympathize. You send the kid to school, you don't know what's going to come out, who he'll associate with, what he'll learn. Because it's association. It's not just classes that we learn trigonometry or something. The main thing is association. What kind of association will they get? And by that association, what will be their life? So, it's up to you. First thing, if the parents aren't serious, then definitely the kids won't be serious. Even if the parents are serious, kids may or may not be, but if the parents aren't, forget it for the kids.
Right. What's happening?
Yeah, sure. Parents are sitting home, they come home from work and watch Star TV. Then what are the kids going to be doing? Then they'll watch something, that makes Star TV look like Pollyanna, If the parents are not serious, the kids will be less than that. And then next generation, less, at the end finish. What is that? Varna Sankara. Sankaro Narakayaiva. What is that? Sankaro Narakayaiva. Kulagnanam Kulasya Cha. They make life for the hellish for themselves and for their families. Kulagnanam Kulasya Cha. Patanti Pitaro Yesham Liptapandorika. Don't follow any religious principles, they just become rubbish population. another spark. So that can come very quickly.
It's scary. It's very scary.
Even, like Bangalore, nice conservative town. Now all nightclubs and rubbish. Earning so much money, IT. And then they become cats and dogs. And they're advanced. Advanced in foolishness. Because they don't know what is Bhagavatam. Kamara atre pragya dharmam bhagavatam. Durlabha manava janma tadapi ajurmatadam. Prahlad Maharaj told his friends that from the very beginning of life, Kamara age, 5 years, one should be instructed about Bhagavatam, Krishna Consciousness. Why? Durlabha manava janma. This human life is achieved with great difficulty out of 8,400,000 species. Finally, we have this human life. But tadapi adruva, artava, it can give the greatest benefit, but it only lasts a short time. Adruva. And time slips away very quickly if we don't use this human life for Bhagavad Dharma, for understanding Krishna. Then again, back down to the lower species. Be a cat, be a dog. Why should you be restricted? I don't like to be, anyone telling me what to do. These restrictions of tradition and then. All right, be a dog. No restrictions. So therefore, publishing so many books so that people will get the right idea. This is a book, by the way, we just published for those who are interested in Kirtan. This is a new book, Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan Instructions. For anyone who cares about Srila Prabhupada's standards for Kirtan, this is an essential book. What is the idea of Kirtan? What should be the mood of Kirtan? What are the specific do's and do-nots? So many things are in this book, of which there are now 3 copies in Albany. 1, 2, 3. And when they're gone, we have to wait till there's more.
Takes more. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for a wonderful lecture. So the devotees, if anyone interested, we have Maharaj who have books. So please grab. We have only 3 books, 3 copies.
We should auction them off.
So we have only 3 copies.